Good morning. When it comes to electric cars, you have to be very careful about misinformation. There's a lot of places where you can get bad information from about electric cars. I believe in going direct to the source, and by that I mean taking screenshots from actual electric car owners groups on Facebook and various other memes that I have been sent. This video used to be called, I guess it used to be called Memes on Monday, but A, I don't know what day it is, and B, those Memes on Monday videos that I used to make were quite likely to get me kicked off YouTube. So I stopped making those. This isn't Memes on Monday, but it is screenshots on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? We'll call it Tuesday. Right, so I'm going to put them up on the screen here, and I'm just going to talk you through them. First screenshot, so this is basically just various screenshots that I've grabbed on my phone from real stuff, what I've seen online. There might also be some stuff in here that people sent to me as well. Right, first one. EVs are now lasting 18 years, matching internal combustion engine cars in lifespan, a large study finds. The extensive study analysed over 300 million MOT test records from 2005 to 2022 before reaching that conclusion. Excellent. But all of my cars are older than 18 years. Most of yours are as well. And don't tell anyone, but last night I was on eBay and I'd been looking at this auction over the weekend of cars that you can buy that are tax and MOT exempt. And I don't own a tax and MOT exempt, and I just felt like I really should. And I found an auction last night. It had 10 minutes to go. I hadn't seen this car at all. It hadn't popped up on my radar. I was just browsing eBay late at night here, which was early in the morning for you. And I found a car. It's 45 years old. And I just thought, right, what I'll do is I'll pop the winning bid in and see what happens. And I only went and blooming won it, didn't I? So when we return to England, I will have a tax and MOT exempt car to put on my YouTube channel. And it's 45 years old. Will EVs be lasting up to the point that they're 45 years old? No, of course they won't. Right, next one, we'll fly through these. This is from the VW ID Buzz Group UK. I like this group because I like the VW ID Buzz, as I've said before. And Richard from Challenge Road likes this one as well. This one says, help needed. Our Buzz First Edition died 8 weeks ago. Complete electronics failure, not the batteries. Volkswagen Reading have still failed to resolve. The only information so far is that it's a relay switch, which they've replaced twice and still not up and running. They left us with no car over Christmas. Having promised us a Buzz, they gave us a commercial van, which was no use to a family with 2 kids and 2 dogs. Sort of can't comprehend how rubbish Volkswagen have been about the whole thing. Have never posted on a group like this, but posting to ask, has this happened to anyone else? This community will probably know more than Volkswagen. Thanks in advance for your help. Many of these posts in today's video are coming from the Volkswagen ID Buzz group because people seem to have a lot of problems with them. Now, on the other end of this, here is a car that is more than 18 years old. This is a post from Justin Banks. This is a 2003 Aston Martin V12 Vanquish with 96,000 miles that he was selling just before Christmas for £27,995. That is a bargain. They were £250,000 when they were new. So you could have an Aston Martin for less than the depreciation on an electric car, but we'll get into that in a little minute because depreciation is coming up next. This is from a group on Facebook called Burnt EVs UK, which is a group that I started when I learned that there's an embargo on the UK media reporting about fires that are caused by electrical vehicles. You probably won't be able to find it on Facebook because it's pretty heavily shadow banned. But I'll tell you what, I'll put a link in the description if you want to join Burnt EVs UK. And it's just a great place to share. It's not all about fires. It's just general EV information, not misinformation. This is from the Kia EV Owners USA. Why is my EV6 worth so little? I bought it for like 58 grand and only 2.5 years later, it is only worth a fraction of what I paid for it. It only has 34,000 miles on it. How the hell is an EV only worth this much? And it shows the Carvana value tracker at $13,500 for that car. Next one is someone sharing, again in Burnt EVs UK actually, an article from The Guardian. Why did it take 9 hours to go 130 miles in our new electric Porsche Taycan? And my honest answer is, I don't really want to know. It doesn't take me 9 hours to do 130. I could do 130 miles in a tuk-tuk faster than it took them to do 130 miles in a Taycan. Next one, this is shared from the Tesla Owners Club UK. Hi guys, just a quick one for people who have had a Tesla for some time. Coming from internal combustion engine cars, does anyone have regrets? Maybe the range isn't what you'd hope for. The reason I'm asking is I have a work van that is electric and I thought it was cool, but it really isn't. Having the heating on and driving on the motorway, I'm getting shortchanged 40 miles over 60. So if I had 180 mile range and I'd driven 60 on the motorway, I'd be left with just shy of 80. It's been a nightmare. I think vans are just not ready. 200 mile range today, but I couldn't do a 120 mile trip. So it's not just my plumber friend who's regretting getting an EV van. One excuse in the comments was that vans aren't as aerodynamic as Teslas. What do you reckon? Is that the reason EV vans aren't working? Because they're not as aerodynamic as Teslas. Good one. Right, next one. This is again from VWID Buzz UK. Fancy a laugh? I'm 12 months into a 24-month lease, PCP. The cash price new in November 2023 would have been £63,266. My settlement figure to end the contract this month, in November 2024, so a year on, is £53,675. So his settlement figure, he's paid off £10,000 of the total price of 63, but the valuation from the Volkswagen dealer is £39,000. In other words, it would cost me the best part of £15,000 to come out of the contract early, and this is in 1 year. The reason I considered this was to upgrade to a GTX and pay Volkswagen more money for a longer period. They, however, seem to rather take an even bigger hit next year. They'd rather take a bigger hit next year. The Buzz is fully loaded, minus a tow bar, and has only done 8,500 miles of the agreed 10,000 miles per the contract. In other news, there'll be some real Buzz bargains around soon. It wouldn't surprise me if a Buzz depreciates by more than 50% in 2 years. So he's done 8,500 miles and he's lost the thick end of £25,000 in that time. Wow. Another one. This is from the Auto Drive. This is about Jaguar. As Jaguar attempts to roll out its rebranding, well, we know all about that, don't we? With the finesse of a cat stuck in a bathtub, it's also grappling with something far more combustible. The company has announced it will buy back around 2,760 I-Pace EVs from 2018, citing a significant fire risk linked to faulty battery cells. That's right, Jaguar's EV poster child is headed for an early retirement, not only because of lackluster sales, but because it might just spontaneously combust in your garage. There you go. That is not misinformation. That's actually coming from Jaguar. These things can set fire to your house, but according to the media, they can't. Right, another one here. Porsche Taycan Group. Bye-bye Taycan people. 18 weeks out of the last 40 in the Porsche dealership was too much. I bought a Z06 with a Z07 package from a Turbo S Taycan, a definite upgrade. Very happy. What a car. So this Porsche Taycan owner has basically spent almost 50%, the car has spent 50% of its life in the dealer having repairs, and Matt Master knows all about that because his car went in the other day again, and instead he's gone for a Corvette, a proper car, and I quite like the look of the new Corvette as well, so fair enough. This one is from the BBC News. Herefordshire's first all-electric recycling collection vehicles, RCVs, will be taking to the country's roads this month, and then someone has commented saying, how much press cycles can this do trucks? I think how many cycles can they do? And then someone called Geoff Thompson has said, epic, how much were they? I'm bookmarking this for when they break down / catch fire / both. So we're waiting on all of the recycling trucks in Hereford to fail. Electric cars world news next for this one. Headline, nearly 900 horsepower. The upcoming flagship EV from Polestar looks just as attractive as the concept from a few years ago. And then someone called Geoff Buys Cars has commented saying, yes, let's rival a car that they can't sell, that depreciates like a rock, strong business sense. All electric cars have got, very minor continuity error there because I have to go and tell my 8-year-old to stop singing Never Gonna Give You Up. Why? Where's he even heard that? I've never played it in my life. Where's he got that from? He's out messing around by the pool going, Never Gonna Give You Up. Anyway, let's get back to it. What we're saying was nearly 900 horsepower. All EVs have got in terms of like sales points is that they are faster. Nobody needs 900 horsepower. When I test drove the Volvo C30 Recharge, I thought this is insane. I shouldn't be able to give myself motion sickness driving an electric car. Now they're getting stupid. 900 horsepower, and I'm told the torque figure on that new Polestar is just insane. So great, we're looking forward to it. Another Polestar with all the power and all the torque that we don't need. Right, what we got next? Oh no, this one shouldn't be in here. Cooking oils used by millions linked to cancer in second study in a week. seed oils. That's the reason people are sick. Yeah, you should definitely stop consuming all forms of seed oils and go back to like proper butter, and basically just make sure you're eating real food that is actually food, not hyper processed industrial coolants. Lubricants is the word I was looking for. Right, another one from the auto drive as we get this video back on track. In one of the stranger twists of 2024, Fisker, the defunct electric vehicle startup, managed to outpace Volkswagen in US electric vehicle registrations for October, despite having declared bankruptcy in June and entering liquidation by October. Yes, you read that right. The company that couldn't stay afloat still outperformed the German automotive giant. If that doesn't put into context Volkswagen's problem with selling electric cars, then frankly, I don't know what will. Next one, what have we got? This is the UK Electric Vehicle Owners Club. I like to hover in that group. I just limped into a garden centre that luckily has a working charger. I've been to 3 EV chargers and all of them were broken. Nobody answered on any of the support numbers. I rolled in with just a few miles left, completely stressed out. I left home with 100%, 220 miles range on my MG4 long range in winter, and after 142 miles it was low. Then I wasted miles driving between sites, chargers. If the government want us to have EVs, they have to sort this out. Brilliant. An MG4 long range that is looking for a charging stop after 142 miles. My Volvo 850 diesels will do 100 miles when the fuel light comes on. And at that point, you've already covered 500 or 600 miles, depending on your driving. I know, Geoff, you're a Luddite. Another one here from Burnt EVs UK. Charging a Tesla and it's burnt the socket, and it seems it's not uncommon. This was posted by Tharan Gurung in one of the groups. I've been relying on a 3-pin granny charger plugged into the wall socket in my garage for almost 9 months now, but the socket is burnt. Luckily, the 3-pin charger is okay. Has this happened to yours? And Norman says it's not uncommon, especially with other than the Tesla UMC, which make and what current setting are you using? Once again, there you go. Proof that electric cars do not set fire to your house and do not set fire to themselves. Another one. We're back in Burnt EVs UK, and this is shared from Tesla Owners Club. It's a Tesla S70D 2016, so it's 8 years old when this was posted. I asked for the battery to be checked about degradation. It was serviced and checked at Tesla Service Centre Stockport, Chester, since new. The battery was in excellent condition, but they found condensation due to recent flooding, so they disconnected the battery as it was unsafe. Had I not requested that check, I would be driving a dangerous car, but I've always been cautious on Tesla's opinion of not much to service anyway. Obviously, everybody with electric cars claims that there's not much to service on an electric car, which is why they're always running out of tyres, and the tyres are always bald. The quote was £18,000 to replace the battery, including new bolts and labour. I don't intend to pay that as the cost outweighs the benefit, as I'm due to sell it. Any sensible thoughts or options that I'm not thinking of? Other than an insurance claim, I got nothing. But the good news is that Tesla, that needs £18,000 worth of work, is probably on Auto Trader right now, waiting for somebody else to buy it. Right, we're now in the group called People Against the ULEZ Extension, which is a group you should be in, and it's a share from Orpington Gossip 2.0. Another one bites the dust. Must be good for the environment having a 14-litre diesel wrecker picking up electric buses all over the show. These electric buses are just naff, and I tell you, there's a new one that I screenshotted that I know I haven't included in this video. There's a school district, I think Massachusetts in the USA. They bought 4 electric buses with taxpayer money. One of them went up in flames whilst charging and took the other 3 with it as a bonus, meaning the kids couldn't get to school because all the buses that were due to take them to school were burnt to a crisp. Also, interestingly, they had never been used. They'd never done a single school run. Brilliant. Net zero is a lot smokier and hotter than we all expected. Another one here from Porsche Taycan Owners UK. On the 23rd, I took the family to Scotland for Christmas. I stopped at the first suggested charging stop, a Porsche Centre, and both chargers were free. Rain was lashing down. I tried to use the app to connect. The barcode reader would not work, so I had to type in the bloody long code manually. At each attempt, it would fail, and after 5 attempts, decided to carry on up the M6 with only 30% charge, but I got there okay. Porsche charged me £440 for the privilege of not charging at their station, so I gave them a ring. They explained that even though I gave one of their expensive motors, paying the annual fee for the app, even though I bought one of their expensive motors. Paying the annual fee for the app, I cannot automatically connect to the charger unless I pay additional fees for the charge card. I asked them then, why the bloody hell does the app send me to them to charge in the first place? Sorry for the rant, but they are royally taking the pee here. I've got nothing more to add. It's all there. Next one. We are in, it's Porsche Taycan Owners UK again. Have any of you kept your Taycan at the end of your lease or PCP deal? I've got 10 months left, and with the shocking depreciation, I feel like at the end of the term, I'll be able to grab a bloody bargain. But I'm pretty sure they will want the £55,000 guaranteed final value, which at current We Buy Any Car valuations, they're about 15 grand off, and I've still got 15,000 miles to add to it. And Tony replies saying they will want the GFV, the guaranteed fixed value, or will disappear into the auction market where you might be able to track it. So what I'm learning is 15 grand is around about the figure that you lose over 3 years of owning an EV. Good for the environment, bad for your wallet. This is a good one from Spotted Bromsgrove Facebook page. Good morning. Don't know if this has been reported, but all the cables have been cut on the EV chargers on the car park on Golden Cross Lane. Just in case anyone was planning on charging there at any point, it seems copper is in high demand again. That was just before Christmas, or just after Christmas, I think. And Bromsgrove and Kidderminster were all done. All the chargers that had these cables were cut and stolen on the same night. Loads and loads and loads of electric chargers were done. Right, this is another one from Burnt EVs UK. I've just seen this on another site. 49 minutes in time and £44.73 to do 195 miles. No thanks. Again, I have to compare to my old diesel Volvo. £44.73 is roughly half a tank, so we're probably talking the best part of 350, 400 miles, which means it's twice as expensive to run an EV on a public charger than it is to run a 30-year-old diesel car. But that's good because apparently electric cars are now lasting 18 years, even though my 24-year-old Volvo is cheaper to run. Somehow, right, if you do the right sort of mental somersaults, you can make it make sense. How many more we got? I don't know. Another one from the Volkswagen ID Buzz group. Very helpful group, this. Quick one. My app just told me the Buzz is 100% charged. It's plugged in at a car park at work. But look at the range. It's coming out of a Tesla. This is going to take some getting used to. It's -1 here today. So is this to be expected, or should I be doing something different to create better range? Thanks in advance. 100% charge on your ID Buzz, 138 miles range, which is the same as what we saw with the MG4 earlier on, and that's also with the aircon off, and I assume the heating. This one was posted in Real Men's Club, a Facebook group. Oh no, the door handles were frozen. I tried the unlatch on the app, but nothing. I ended up having to climb in through the boot. Oh, the glamour in my bright red uniform. So, anyone got any genius ideas? Because standing in -8 with snow falling all around me, wearing inappropriate footwear and no gloves, I could think of nothing. I've put a photo in the comments to check I have the right unlatch icon. It was stupid right next to the car. I was stood right next to the car, but it kept saying I couldn't activate it and I needed to be closer. Amazing. Yeah, these handles that pop out of the doors, you get proper cold temperatures and they freeze. I mean, it's the same on the old cars, all right? I've got to say that. Sometimes what you need to do with your old car is pull it really hard and then it comes open. But you can't do that with the Tesla. There's nothing to pull because the handle hasn't popped out yet. Right, another one from Burnt EVs. Today's funny question from the Tesla group. Can someone help? Is there anything I can do to sort this? I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere. I wanted to see if anyone else had the issue. Here's a reply. Can you drive? How far away from home are you? That error typically means the 12 volt is on its way out. Answer. The 12 volt, it is, but being new to all this, I didn't know. I got out the car, full power gone. Recovery can't get it on the back of a lorry, as now I need a lift or crane recovery vehicle of £400 plus to get this. I can't lock the car as there's completely no power. The double button reset drained the car, all the power from the screen. 3 hours of hell, and I'm still no further forward. Thanks, folks, though you're all spot on with the battery issues. When the 12 volt battery fails on an EV, it's just game over for being able to do anything. We saw this again, a reference to the Mapmaster. Do you remember when his 12 volt battery failed? Or he called it a 9 volt, which was hilarious, because aren't they about that big? So when his 12 volt battery failed, he was like underneath trying to climb in to get to the secret hatch. He was like doing all sorts of weird yoga moves, and then I can't remember if that was the time he got locked in the car or he got locked out the car. I don't know. There's always some sort of drama with the Mapmaster and batteries. But there you go. It is very much real. This is not misinformation. This is real people with real problems. Here's another one. Burnt EVs UK. Again, this is a good one. I think this is the last one. This is the last one, and I've saved the best for last. I just bumped into my plumber mate's wife in Morrison's this morning. She's totally stressed out with it all. She's dropping him at a job first thing, and then she's doing the school run, and then she's running to the merchants to pick him up any materials he needs, and then dropping them off for him. She's transporting him between jobs when he's not using her car if she needs it. Apparently, he took a job on out of town, knowing full well he'd have to use a public charger to get back home, but he had some sort of issue with it and he couldn't get a decent charge. Once he'd enough to get him home, he limped it back slowly and plugged it in thinking it would be okay in the morning, and you know the rest. He's inquired about ending the lease early, but that's going to cost an arm and a leg, which they can't afford. On top of that, he will have to have the almost £1,000 of graphics removed at his expense before they'll accept it back, on top of the £1,300 home charger, which will be no use unless he's daft enough to get another. It was very hard trying to keep a straight face, although I did feel a bit sorry for her. That is a nightmare. If you're a tradesman with an electric van and you can't get around to do your job, and you're having to get your wife to deliver materials and drop you places, it's totally counterproductive, isn't it? That's the end of the economy because of the electric cars, and that is indeed also the end of the video. The code word for if you made it to the end of the video is Geoff should have bought a tuk-tuk. Thank you very much for watching.
Right, we're a few days into our Sri Lanka stay, and I've now worked out the beeping system in Sri Lanka and how they use the horn, all right? One beep means I'm here. One beep means you're there. One beep means I'm coming through. One beep means you're coming through. One beep means watch out because I'm about to come past. And one beep also means watch out because you're about to come past. A beep means I'm going past you, and a beep means you're going past me. One beep means I'm passing through over here, and one beep means you're passing through over there. Now, two beeps. Two beeps mean I'm here. Two beeps mean you're there. Two beeps mean I'm coming past. Two beeps mean you're coming past. Three beeps, it's a whole different ball game. But it essentially carries on like that.